there, I hope you're doing well. Today I'm going to be talking about things to do before school starts. So my first tip is to fix your sleeping schedule, which should be done weeks or even months prior to school actually starting, so that your body can get used to waking up and sleeping at different times than from the summer. So the key to this is making sure that you sleep and wake up at around the same time, and also before bedtime, try to limit your screen time or turn on night shift on your devices, which can be usually done in the settings. This is because the blue light from screens tells your body that it's morning and you have to be awake. Also, make sure the room is as dark as possible, so close curtains, turn off any lights, and also cover any lights that you can't turn off. Like on some devices, there's like a little tiny bit of light, try and cover that. And if you are a person that sleeps better to sounds, put on some soothing sounds or make it as quiet as possible. And try to follow the same nighttime routine every day as well. If possible, avoid working in your bed, since your body may then associate your bed with working rather than relaxing and sleeping. The next thing you should do is declutter files and also your room. So go through your computer and any cloud storage such as Google Drive and delete anything you don't need anymore, and file and organize things that you will need. Update any apps and make sure to restart your devices so that they can continue to run smoothly. Going through your physical space will also have an effect on your mental health, since if a room makes you feel better, you're more likely to do more work there. So get rid of papers that you don't need, like old assignments, journals, notes, those kinds of things, and then organize the ones that you do need into a neat place where they are easily accessible, since if you can't get to them, you're likely not going to ever review them. Also, make sure to make a morning routine. Keep it simple and geared toward you, so do what works best for you, and make sure it's something that you can commit to and do every single day. It's okay to only be able to do it for a few days and then stop. Just remember that you have to keep trying, and it takes a long time for habits to actually stick, so you need perseverance. Try doing a new healthy habit for the new year, such as drinking enough water, exercising, or eating a healthy breakfast in the morning. If you need help, using apps or trackers could keep yourself accountable, or even doing the habit with somebody else. Next thing you should do is make both personal and educational goals, and make sure some of them are short-term and long-term. Try to keep them somewhere you can see them often, and that will make sure that you remember to actually keep them. But make sure that it's something that is achievable and not something too far-fetched that you won't be able to do. This is the most fun part and most people's favorite parts of going back to school, and it's buying school supplies. But before you think of buying anything, go through your old supplies and see what you can reuse, since not only is this better for the environment, but it's also better for your wallet as well. And keep an eye out for deals on school supplies, since you'll be able to get a discount, and some stores also have coupons, so that's good. And try to only buy what you need, so make a list to avoid buying impulsively, because that could waste a lot of money. If you need them, a good thing to have is headphones for online lessons if your home is noisy. The noise canceling ones do work well, but regular ones will be fine. You don't really need the fancy ones. Just try to invest more in a good pair of headphones that will last you a long time, rather than a cheap pair that will break immediately, which should be the philosophy for the rest of the supplies you're buying. Think about it long term. And the last thing to remember is that you should buy something you'll actually use, and don't buy it just because other people use it. If possible, and I know not all schools do this, but if you can get your schedule ahead of time, make sure that you know what times your classes are and plan accordingly. And also know who your professors are and how to contact them in case you need help. So for example, via email or office hours. Also, make sure you know how to use applications or programs that each class will be using. So if your teacher uses Zoom, make sure you can log in prior to the first lesson. And also make sure that you know the ways your professors will be staying in touch with you and how you'll be receiving your assignments. So, for example, some teachers use Google Classroom. If you can, try to get to know your teachers and your classmates. This can be a little daunting and could be potentially awkward, and I know most of us don't want to do it. But it'll make your life easier if you already know people. So asking questions will be easier, and if there are any group or partner assignments, you will already know someone and be able to partner with them. And also, it just feels better to know that you know someone in that large online class, you know? My next tip is to set up your working area. Now, I'm lucky enough to have a separate room, but I know most people either use their bedroom or another shared living area. So make sure that wherever you're working, try and find the place that works best for you. So make sure there's not too many distractions and it isn't too loud. If you can't change where you work, try partitioning the area. So try to separate your working desk or table from the rest of the room. So for example, if you work in the living room, you can move your desk away from the couch and the TV so it kind of has that barrier. If possible, try to be near a window, which brings in natural light. If you can't, or if you're working at night, make sure the table is well lit so you can use a lamp. Eye strain is not a good look. Know at what time of the day you work best and adjust your space accordingly. So, if you work well during the morning, you'll want to be near a window. If scents work for you, light a candle or use a diffuser with essential oils, since it'll make you feel more relaxed and ready to work. When using a shared working area, try to have time scheduled for when you work and for when the other person works. Though I know that's not always possible, so just do your best and be creative with tabletop surfaces. Since you can use things like tops of bookshelves or counters in the kitchen to work on, or shelves. So this should be obvious, but you should complete any summer assignments and readings prior to the first week of school, because procrastination is just a recipe for stress. Also, the sooner you start, the less stressed you'll be by the end of summer since you've already done it. And you can watch all of your friends suffer, so... My last tip is to mentally prepare yourself to go back, because you should go back with a positive and healthy mindset. So take the time now to readjust and take a break. Take a moment to relax before your life gets thrown back into chaos and pulling all-nighters and stressing to finish assignments and get good grades on tests. Remember that it's going to get hard before it's going to get easy. So you need to remember to stay determined and have perseverance and to not give up, no matter what happens. But also make sure that you have fun before school starts and the assignments start piling on and then you don't have any free time. Take the time now to do things that you've always put off but you always wanted to do. Go back to school this year refreshed and confident, because this year you are going to be better than you were last year and you're going to be able to achieve all the things that you want. Get inspired by what other people are doing and apply those things to yourself and make yourself better while you have the chance. Whenever you're going back to school, whether it be this month or next month or some other time, or maybe you're already at school, I believe in you and you can do this. Good luck, everyone. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like what I do, please feel free to check me out on Instagram and Tumblr. I post new videos on Mondays and Fridays until school starts. And remember, every day is a new opportunity. Bye!